We begin tonight with another top former official in the United Auto Workers Union charged with taking money from Fiat Chrysler officials.
Norwood Jewell is the former UAW vice president in the Chrysler division.
7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner is live outside UAW headquarters, Solidarity House in Detroit, with the charges he's facing. Jim?
And this is only one charge. It's violating a federal labor law. This is not fraud, not conspiracy, not bribery. And a former federal prosecutor here in Detroit says that means Norwood Jewell is not going to trial. He's only trying to save his own neck.
It doesn't mean that he's cooperating, doesn't mean he's flipping on other people. What it means is he's come clean about what he has done, and he's trying to negotiate the best possible deal.
The feds in their charging documents say Norwood Jewell worked with other UAW officials. Keith Mickens, who cooperated in a plea deal and got 1 year in prison. Nancy A. Johnson, who cooperated and got 5 months in prison.
I did a rough look at his guidelines based on that loss amount, and I think he's pulling in at about 12 to 18 months.
The feds say the corruption was centered here at the UAW Chrysler National Training Center that's supposed to help workers advance in new jobs, and that the corruption started with the late UAW Vice President General Hollyfield. But the feds say Jewell continued that corrupt tradition. FCA paid in $13 to $31 million to the training center each year, and training center credit cards were given to UAW officials. In Jewell's case, they used them to charge up lavish UAW group meals at several restaurants and a golf resort in Palm Springs, California, as well as the London Chop House in Detroit. The total documented tab by the feds, more than $40,000. But unlike the others, the feds don't list Jewell's spending on anything for just himself. Jewell was involved in contract talks between the UAW and Fiat Chrysler. He's seated here on the left side of the table, announcing the last deal. But get this, the first tentative deal 4 years ago was rejected by 65% of the rank and file members. Were the payoffs to get a better contract for the company?
We don't have enough information. My guess is that's what they're talking about. That's what the defendant and the U.S. Attorney's Office is talking about right now.
Now, this afternoon, the attorney for Jewell tells me on the phone they are talking with the feds to get what he calls a fair resolution. We got a statement from the UAW that says they're disappointed, but they have put in safeguards to prevent future corruption. Live on the east side, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.
All right, Jim, thank you. Well, the trial of a Detroit